Hi everyone, it's good to be back. Today we'll be talking about Arsenal's search for the perfect striker. This past few weeks, we have heard likes of Martinelli being injured, Havertz being out the end of the season, and while we would like to say, "Oh, I told you so," I don't think we can change the past. I don't think we can change what happened in the summer. I don't think we can change what happened in January because it was obvious that we had a very thin squad. And even our manager himself said it that we had a very thin squad. But January transfer window ended and Saka got very injured before the January transfer window. We were already thin at the time. And it just felt like, oh, we're going to look for a solution. And I can also understand the fact where Ateta made mention of, oh, not wanting to just bring anybody. We wanted to bring someone that would actually be a proper addition to the team. And I can actually understand that. But we had the whole of January. We had till February 3rd to do that. And we couldn't still find anybody anywhere, even a short-term solution. And I know that people frowned their nose against like the whole Watkins situation and all. And I was like, how can you frown your nose over a proper gunman like Oli Watkins? Oli Watkins has had like double figures in goals and assists for the past like 3 seasons. So how are you frowning your nose to that? And people talk about age and people, like even if it was a short-term deal, this Havertz injury just reiterates the fact that we did not need anybody, but we needed somebody. But let's not talk about that. Like, let's just leave that aside because, like I said, January has gone and we have to move on. We have to face it. Liverpool dropping points again against Everton just shows that teams will still drop points. And it's up to us now, if we are to win anything this season, to capitalize on these teams dropping points by winning our own games. And I know people might say, it's 7 points and Jonathan, what like is over. But as an Arsenal fan, it's the hope that kills. Up until the last day, we keep going. And there's actually an opportunity out there. It's not over until it's over. And that's football for you. That's the sport for you. But today I'll be talking about Alexandra Isak, Benjamin Sesko, and Victor Gyökeres. Now, I know, like, even in January, even before January, like in the summer, everybody talked about Benjamin Sesko and Ateta was pursuing him, but, he extended his contract with Leipzig and the likes. And I have wanted to ask myself, like, a lot, or maybe ask Ateta, why Sesko? Because I have, like, I don't know, but I think I can question Ateta's talent ID when it comes to strikers a bit, because I think it was the same summer where we signed Gabriel Jesus, the Newcastle signed Isak. So I can honestly the Gabriel Jesus deal looked like a good deal at the time, but long term it hasn't worked due to injuries, loss in form, and the likes of that. But Ateta as a coach hasn't got us like a proper gunman, a proper striker. So I don't know if he's left to maybe his talent ID or he keeps convincing himself that Havertz is the striker that he needs. Because up until now, I don't hate Havertz. Honestly, he has done a lot. He has done good things at the club. He has had good days. He has had bad days. And I can understand that every player has that. But Havertz cannot be Ateta's solution to a long-term striking option. And I could remember, I think then we all thought that Havertz was like a solution to Granit Xhaka leaving. But it just turned out that Havertz was never going to succeed. Well, if we go, let's not even talk about that. Let's just leave that. Like I was saying, let's go back to the Isak, Sesko, and Gyökeres. First of all, let's look at their age. Isak is 25 and is Premier League proven. Sesko is 21. He hasn't played in the Premier League before, but he has decent numbers. Gyökeres is 26 and he has very, very decent numbers. Even when he played in Coventry, his stats are crazy. I was looking at the stats between these three players and I was looking at their stats and how much they will cost. And I feel there's something there, but my own question remains, why Sesko? Why are we obsessing about Sesko when we can actually get other proper gunmen? I'm not saying that Sesko is a terrible player. I think he's a decent player. But we need a striker that will propel us immediately. We don't need a striker that will start saying, oh, he's still raw, he's this, we need to pump up. I don't think we have that time anymore. Ateta has been 5 years on the job. So, like I said, this season currently, Isak has 17 goals and assists in 22 games, which is decent in the Premier League. That's just in the Premier League alone, minus the EFL Cup and the FA Cup and the likes. Sesko has 9 goals and 3 assists in 20 games. And Gyökeres has 22 goals and 3 assists in 20 games. I mean, this is the difference seems a bit like Isak and Gyökeres. The difference with Isak and Gyökeres with Sesko, like there's a difference when it comes to the amount, like their output. Like I said again, so why Sesko? What else does Sesko bring? What makes Sesko different? The last season. Okay, let's not just use this season to compare last season. Last season, Isak had 21 goals and 2 assists in 30 games. And Sesko had 14 goals and 2 assists also in 31 matches. And you also have Gyökeres having 29 goals and 10 assists in 33 league games. Like, when we compare the stats, we see like these two are a bit far apart, Sesko. That's why I keep saying again, why? Like, what exactly makes Sesko special? I was looking at their shot conversion rate. Now, Isak has a 36.96% shot conversion rate. Sesko has a 28.57% shot conversion. This stat is from FootMob, so you can go there and verify those stats. So like I didn't make this stat up. And Gyökeres has a shot conversion rate of 35.59%. So we can see that even with the shot conversion rate, we still have these two brothers, Isak and Gyökeres, a bit far ahead of Sesko. And I'm not trying to say that, like I said earlier, Sesko is a decent player. He will be a decent addition. But we are looking at complete striker right now for Arsenal Football Club. Now, let's look at how much they might cost us. Like we have heard Newcastle say, if Isak is going to leave, he's not leaving for anything less than 150M. And I can understand the transfer market right now is saturated. When you have the likes of Fabrizio and David Oistin, like giving these details back to back, obviously, like I can understand if he is actually worth 150 million. But we Arsenal want to bring out 150 million for Isak, I think not, because I am understanding that this summer we need to buy wingers. And I'm very sure that we are also going to buy a defender with the things that we're hearing about Saliba. Whether Saliba goes or not, we need a proper. And look at Tommy. Look at Tommy. So we all know that we will definitely look for a defender. We are going to look for a backup goalkeeper, like we have been hearing in Joan Garcia, and we are hearing Zubimendi in the midfield. So we are going to spend. It looks like Arsenal might spend a lot of money in the summer, but Arsenal spending 150 million on Isak, it feels like a stretch. Is it possible? Yes, but we Arsenal do it? No. We Arsenal want to do it? No. So it will take like the hand of God himself to rest upon Kroenke to say, okay, take 150 million and buy Isak. But is Isak worth 150 million? I don't think you need my opinion on that, but let's move forward. I think that the number one person Arteta should be gunning for should be Alexander Isak, because I mean, he is currently primarily improving. And we have seen like he has come to even haunt us a couple of times when we play against Newcastle. But putting that aside and how much it costs, if we cannot pay for Alexander Isak in summer, I think before Benjamin Sesko, we should actually go for Gyökeres. That's in short, I would actually jump at Gyökeres coming like for 70.7 million, there about 80 million. I think I would jump at Gyökeres coming to Arsenal before Benjamin Sesko. Well, you can put your thoughts in the comment section. Alexander Isak versus Benjamin Sesko versus Victor Gyökeres. Who do you think will be the perfect striker for Arsenal in the summer? Have a blessed one, guys. Bye.